Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. We're going on into Matchday 5. We have had a few disappointing results for a few teams, so we'll have to see how any of them can bounce back. But this is the first one as Al Ahly need to get a victory here because they have been so bad. All right, they do find and they get a red card. What is with this group? Everyone has gotten red cards left, right, and center, and they started losing with a goal to Holtby. They start off losing, but then they find their feet as Enzo Milo and Real Mares score their goals. Milo has just scored his first and now he's on his second. Okay, Enzo Milo gets his first goal. Or his second goal, I mean. Back-to-back games. And Real Mares, who's up here somewhere, gets his third. So important goal for that because they get the win that they've needed. It's just crazy that the teams that they drop points to, it's kind of bad because that means when they play against the actual good ones, it's not looking as likely for them to do good. Hermannstad versus Sligo Rovers. Hermannstad has surprised me quite honestly, and they did get a red card unfortunately for themselves, but Florescu will go in there instead with a, well, I guess Simba was going to be the guy to come in for them. There you go. Florescu was now going on the left. So let's see if he can have any impact in this game. And it is a draw. Nolan for Sligo and Chitu. Oh, now I go for Chitu. Alright, Chitu. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I'm interrupted again. I apologize. Where was I at? Alright, Chitu scores again. And he's already up here already with his second goal. But now on his third. So good. Like again, it's cool. The cool part about this thing is also that I get to know about players I never heard of before. I've never heard of Chitu. So it's cool to have him as like getting to know these people. Nolan comes on for Fitzgerald and scores immediately. So Nolan scores right off the bat. First they go Rovers. After he literally comes on like seconds beforehand. A good tie for Hermannstad and for Sligo as well. So it's not a bad result. Early on in this competition, a tie is not the worst thing in the world. Petrolul versus Swindon Town. Petrolul will be hoping to get another victory here. Like I said, they beat Al Ahly, so maybe, yes, they do get it. Rosa getting a brace. And Smith getting a goal as well. This is a good result. I mean, Swindon Town do get the loss, but we're starting to see that they have a consistency with goal scoring, which is good. And we go down here again as, yep, and Rosa is right here for Petrolul, and he single-handedly gets them the victory that they need to get further ahead. And I fucked up already because I just realized I need to push you right here first. Yep. I gotta push you all down. Yep. Oh, wait, what? See, I feel like I'm fucking up somehow, bro. Okay, undo again, cause I don't want to. I don't want to break nothing. I pulled out Galeno. Okay, before anything else, let's push you down one. No, we're not pushing you down. Actually, no. Okay, we're good because all that happened was I put you in there. I mixed with everybody. And we get Puado. The part that's fucking me up is the fact that I pulled both of them out, but no, see, I'm scared that I fucked something up. I'm not gonna continue until I figure it out. See, look at this. Like right here, I pulled out Rosa probably from here. Where did Smith come from? Smith came from all the way down here, no? Yeah. Undo everything. We're doing this from the beginning. Yeah, because Smith comes down from down here. Alright. See? So like I pull this out. Okay, and I pulled it down. Okay, we're good. Because I pulled it down from here to cover up the Smith spot so I can put Smith right here. Boom. And then we go to Rosa, who's right here, and now has 3 goals. Okay, I'm scared because like last time I did something, I fucked up really badly with the last group. So I don't want to do that again. But I think I did do it right this time. Just making sure I'm not covering anybody. Alright, after all that stressing aside, Petrol get a very good win against Swindon Town. And now we have Sporting Club Portugal versus Exeter City. Can they perform a little better? They need to do better, and they tie, of course, of course. Trincao gets his first goal, Suarez gets another goal. So let's go for Suarez at least. If I can find him. There he is. Scores his 3rd goal as well, the Colombian striker. Putting him ahead of these guys. Suarez goes in there. Let's check that. Wareham and Chison. All the way down here. Wareham gets his 2nd goal. And so is Chison. So this is easier because they're right next to each other. Gets also a 2nd goal. And so both of them go into the 2 goals. But Trincao does get a goal here for his first goal. We gotta get him a with an Anye. I gotta give me that fucking weird. Fucking hell. Why does it have to give me this really weird fucking. Control, I guess? I think it matches it to the. No. Fuck. No, it does not. Absolutely not. What the fuck? Why is it doing this? There it is. Thanks, AI fucking bullshit. Alright. A bit of a disappointing result. I'm being a little disappointed right now. The teams that I kind of expected to do good and I was excited to see them play really well are actually playing fucking mediocre as hell. I was guessing got Panathinaikos, Sporting Club Portugal, Al Ali, and they have been nothing more than like ass. Rio Ave versus Tirol. This should be a Rio Ave win. Wait, actually, we gotta check. Even though Spikic has been playing really good, we gotta see that other guy who is back. Andre Luis is back now. So he's gotta go back to his spot. Who knows, maybe they'll play even better now with him on. So Rio Ave versus Tirol. Let's see, this should be a Portuguese side win. And oh my god. Baden and Andre. Is that the guy who just came on? Baden has already scored a goal before. I remember the name now. Baden gets his 3rd goal for Tirol. Baden gets his 3rd goal. And Luis? Andre, never mind. Andre. So he comes back from suspension and immediately gets on the goal scoring sheet, which is good, but I'm telling you, I'm getting a little underwhelmed by these teams. These teams are not performing like they should be performing. You know what I mean? Sporting Club Portugal, Al Ali, they have amazing talent. Ivan Toney's up there as striker, and he has yet to score a goal? That's outlandish to me. Do you have a suspension here? Oh, I guess so. This guy got a red. Interesting. But now he's out, and they have no other like proper midfielder in there for them. So I guess we're gonna go with this guy. Jofre. Roma versus Espanyol. This should be a close match, even though Espanyol are now missing one of their main CDMs. But we'll see. Is that going to take any influence? Damn. This turned out to be a really good game. Roma getting the win with goals from Dovbyk, Pellegrini, and Dybala. Puado scores a brace, which now puts him at 4 goals. So he just passed all these guys again to come up here, just right behind Maja. So he scores that. Dybala scores as well. There he is. Gets his second goal. Put these guys pushed down a little bit. So it is a big win. It is a big win for Roma because this is Espanyol are a decent La Liga side. Pellegrini gets his second goal. There we go. Pellegrini. And I feel like I'm missing somebody. No, Puado scored his 2 goals, so it's just Dovbyk. Artem Dovbyk. Dovbyk for Roma. Gets his first goal. It's crazy how Girona, they lost Dovbyk and they had like no fucking backup for him. Like Tustwani was definitely not the guy to replace him long term, or Abel Ruiz. So like, hey, let's go to the Ukrainian league and just sign a whole new striker from Turkey, for Ukraine. And they're like, oh yeah, this is like a great idea. They signed Banat and he fucking he's fucking killing it for them this season. In like this simulation shit and in real life. Alright. Toulouse versus Kayserispor. Let's see who wins this one. Toulouse had a really good win on Matchday 2. And they've had 2 ties and a loss, I believe, since then. They get a win here, though. Magri scores again. Magri scores a brace. Alright. That's important. As Magri is now up a little bit more on 3 goals with that brace. Putting him and Gabojo together as Toulouse's top scorers. There we go. And real quick, I'm just gonna move over here real quick so I can get. Oh, look at that! What coincidence right here. Copy you real quick and move back here. As we put Guler for Kayserispor. Gets his first goal, but again, another loss for Kayserispor. They have been very shocking. Very shocking. Good win for Toulouse, though. Nice versus Barracas Central. Again, I'm just having no more high hopes now because all the teams I expect to win. Alright, these guys get it at least. Van Hout and Cho are the scorers for them. So let's put Van Hout for Nice. Scores his first goal. I think so far Nice are the team with the most goals, at least. We have Cho right here. Gets his second of the tournament so far. Pushing all these guys down. Cho. And who scored over here? Campi. I think that's who scored. I don't remember the name Campi. Let's try and type it down here, see if it pops up. Nope, it's not. So a new goal score for them, but it isn't enough as I do fall to the French side. So there we go. Good victory for Nice, must be said. Must always give credit where credit's due. Southampton versus Panathinaikos. Now, let's see if this ends up being anything. Give me a second here. I want to see who Charles is. I just want to see who Charles is. There he is. Okay, he's the one who's been scoring all the goals. Cool. So make sure that's his first name and not like some like his last name rather than his first name. All right, Southampton. They did get a tie last match day. Can they go back to winning ways? And can Panathinaikos finally stop being ass? They can. Jesus Christ. And against Southampton. Like, it's crazy. They lose points to like easy teams and then they beat Southampton. Well, Cienza gets a goal. He scored early on in Matchday 1. So he gets another goal to open the goal scoring. And then we have teams such as... Am I just tired? I don't know what the fuck's going... What is happening? Oh my god. Fuck. Swiderski and fucking... Swiderski gets his second goal as well. As he pushes these guys down. Gets in here. And Pellistri. I think he scored his second goal already at some point, right? Yep. He's on his third goal as well. As Panathinaikos get a very needed win, considering how bad they've been. So it's a win that they'll take to heart. West Brom versus Holstein Kiel. West Brom have kind of perked up, but so has Holstein Kiel, with mainly their guy Skrzipski on top. Yeah, I think I finally got it. And West Brom do get the win though. They get the huge win. It's in Maja. It's fucking Maja. Oh my god, he's a fucking legend. But I'm not gonna get too excited because last time I got excited with Lamar and he just stopped scoring for a long period of time. But West Brom do get that important victory. As the table looks like this, with Roma, Nice, Sporting Portugal, and Southampton in the top 4. West Brom, Holstein Kiel, Rio Ave, and Toulouse make up the top 8. Panathinaikos, Al Ali, Breda, Espanyol, Petrolul, Hermannstadt, Sligo Rovers, and Barraca Central make up the middle, with Tirol, Swindon Town, Exeter City, and Kayserispor all still yet to be in the they're still in the relegation area. Not by too far, but it's just like early game, right? We're already like 5 matches in, and they're still not doing great. But we shall continue this in Matchday 6 momentarily.